Yeah. Welcome, everybody. This is another 502 podcast show, but not just another show. This is the 1 year anniversary. Can y'all make some noise, please? Yes. Has been a long journey to get this far. You know, give us a little few minutes. We gotta get the first artist together, get this show started. I'm OBI, the creator of it, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Motherfucking hand, because I was supposed to wear heels, and I said, fuck that shit. Give it up. Woo! Okay, I was about to fucking say shit. Comfort over cute today. Comfort over cute. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the 502 podcast, y'all. My name is Don Vito, and I'm your motherfucking host. Amira's not here today. She's sick, so get well soon, boo. But look, I got some rules and stuff to run down. We just gonna get it started like this, okay? If y'all gonna record, only record the performances. We have to protect our brand. We have to protect our patent. We got to protect our shit, you feel me? We have people in the building with cameras today, so if they come past you, smile or something, you know, y'all will be on the site. Okay, go to OBI Productions on YouTube. This is a live streaming show. Please keep our sound down to a minimum unless we are on a commercial break. This is a live recording. You do not want to be caught on the camera talking about somebody. It's kind of messy. And we ain't doing that Facebook shit. I've been seeing them groups the last few days. We not doing that here. That's not here, okay? We not. That's not what we gonna do. We don't do that messy stuff. Go to OBI Productions on YouTube. Like, share, follow. Please believe you are being streamed live. Hold on. Because I can't see y'all in these fucking glasses. I had to pull them down. Okay. Please know that y'all will be being streamed live. So if you walk in front of this camera, you are on the internet forever. It is what it is. I want to say thank y'all for joining us as people trickle in, because y'all know we on CP time. They think this is a club event, but it is not. As people trickle in, please let them know we are going to bring the motherfucking conversation to a minimum. We have our vendors in the building. We got drinks for us in the back. Make sure you get some of them drinks. Stay good in the motherfucker. She ain't the hottest in the city for no reason. We got T-Shep in the back. She got all her merch. Go back hers. T-shirts, hats. What else you got back her? All type of shit. She told me she had a cup holder with her name on. I was like, I know that's the fuck right. And we going to start the show like this. First show, we got Tone fucking Stallone. He going to come up here and rock his shit. But give us a minute, though, because we still pulling it together. Okay, spin it. Spin it. You got it. All right. Woo! Y'all need to clap when it's time to clap. Can y'all clap when it's time to clap? This is a live audience. This is Ricky Lake. This is the Jerry Springer Show without this week. I can fuck with y'all. I like y'all. They was.
Ain't that time. What's up, y'all? Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. How y'all doing tonight? What's going on? Okay. Real quiet, close, intimate. I like it. We gonna turn up though. I'm opening this motherfucker for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Tone Stallone at all social medias. Got GBK, Grind, Build, Conquer, my EP that just dropped. GBK, my EP that just dropped. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. All DSPs, anywhere you listen to your music, hijack it, download it, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. Hopefully I gain some new fans tonight. What's going on? Run that shit, DJ. It's downloading. Even better. I got a clothing line coming, GBK. It's just more than just music. We're gonna stretch it, try to make it global. What up, Bills? Bills in the building.
Really do it shit.
B-E-E-L.
Whatever y'all need.
What up,
beats
Bills?
on him, you know what I'm saying?
Tone, we know you be getting your money, but it's time for you to start showing that shit, blowing that shit. Baby say she got that water, I'm trying to roll that bitch. Toss her around and throw on her. Explore the depths of the thought on her. Catch my cut, I'ma float on her. If they ain't talking chicken for the show, then I won't show on her. And now your hoe absent. Today I'm thinking back tomorrow's money, I'm so proactive. Yesterday is yesterday, and you know I can't go backwards. You ain't having no motion. I know action. In the kitchen beating on them babies was Joe Jackson. Anywhere I want, I get who I want, cause I'm a hoe snatcher. I ain't been late on one bill this year, nigga, and I'm so happy. I can fuck your bitch right after a cutter when I go napping. Me and this money gon' lead the way. We like co-captains, we don't need the coast. Anywhere I go, Tone, Phil Jackson. Only popping pills if they authentic, I got real action. Niggas love them fake perks. Yo, pill capping. 9 to 5, I still supply on the clock and I'm still trapping. Like babe, make his play. He need 4, he gave her 8. My Cali plug got them bowls, my Florida plug got them plates. Every time I eat, it's like I never ate. I clear my plate. Feed your bitch some dick fillet. My pleasure, bitch, now leave my space. If it ain't about no chicken, then I'm dipping. Yo, bitch, finger licking, dripping. I ain't tipping. She ain't tripping, cause I keep it pimping. Like, why get that when you can get this? You just gotta pay the difference. I be with real street niggas, y'all ain't no resemblance. I'm from where I live, we ain't got no contenders. Everybody wanna be the GOAT. I love lamb chop dinners. If I said it, I meant it, but I ain't did it. I'm a big pretender. Be damned, I catch a case and all this for some shit I did in September. Fly your hoe to London, kill the pussy, Tone, Jack the Ripper. I just want the money. If you want some too, then you gotta go and get it. I do the do like Mountain Dew, and now her fountain dripping. What's mine is yours, you just gotta stack it with me. I'm just trying to find the source, baby, you can count it with me. And yeah, what's yours is mine, I promise you can trust me with it. Like, why get that when you can get this? You just gotta pay the difference. Just gotta pay the difference. You can get this, you just gotta pay the difference. Like, why get, you can get this, you just gotta, hey, yeah. Hey.
Y'all know what's going on, man. It's Tone Stallone. I turn up, man. That's the intro to my EP. That's the intro to my
Give it
EP
the
right
fuck
there,
up.
man. That's called Pay the Difference on all streaming platforms right now. The intro to the EP, GBK, Grind, Build, Conquer. You know what I'm saying? We taking over 23, 24, 25, 26, 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? 15 or 45 or 57. Turn up, DJ. Let's go. I'm at T up. Let's we head up. Wireless mic. What's up? What up, Bills?
B-E-E-L.
What up, Bills? I might need to take a break. I need that feeling you get in your stomach when the rent might be late. Any hole we got half at 16 might be 8. Consistency, I need money literally. Now hold your bankroll in the air if you feeling me. Now smack bitch on the ass with it if you really be. Okay, we all on the same page, let's do this frequently. Ain't gotta shine together to be on the same frequency. Common courtesy. It ain't the size, it's the shape, baby, come twerk for me. It ain't the caliber, it's the shooter. So as long as that motherfucker shoot, then it work for me. How the fuck you say you in the field, but your jersey clean? How they blame the trappers and not the users, they worse than me. On who you gon' bust that can? Put it on your dead peoples, you gon' slide if they ice your mans. Pipe down, I'm on my way with it right now. You the type that I do what you say or what you write down. Bitch, I ain't broke, I can cash app you right now. It ain't on me, I do not mean that it's not around. Get it? Circle small, so small, it's not around. Big ass chopper, gotta shoot this bitch laying down. Terry go like a merry-go when he spray around. You can't call me Tone without Stallone if you ain't my round. For real, I need to take a break. I need that feeling you get in your stomach when the rim might be late. Need me hoe, we got half and 16 might be 8. Consistency, I need money, literally. Now hold your bankroll in the air if you feeling me. Now smack a bitch on the ass with it if you really pee. Okay, we all on the same page, let's do this frequently. Ain't gotta shine together to be on the same frequency. Do my dirt alone, can't let a nigga BG me. It's the start of a 20-year run, bitch, I'm CP3. Niggas still around, been around since DVDs. Crack fumes and crackheads and her called a CDC.
I'ma get rich.
What up, Bill?
Just wait and see. And if the rap don't work, then it's the TRAP. Pay the bill for my phone, I love cash APP. That wasn't getting money a whole year after the PPP. What the fuck happened? Yeah, you gang, you on the squad, but you ain't the captain. The one who put the most in don't always get the biggest fraction. Let me check my balance. You know the way your savings are set up, you ain't never got it. I might need to take a break. I need that feeling in your stomach when your rib might be late. He need a hole, we got half, at 16 might be 8. Consistency, I need money, literally. Now hold your bankroll in the air if you feeling me. Now smack a bitch on the ass with it if you really pee. Okay, we all on the same page, let's do this frequently. We ain't gotta shine together to be on the same frequency.
I had to let that ride because the nigga that made that beat's in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm talking about? What up, Bill?
Yeah.
What up, Bill?
What's up,
My
Bills?
dog. You know what I'm saying?
Give it the fuck up again. The tone's so low.
Hey.
Y'all know that's my people's
Good
for
point.
real. But anyway, we gotta keep this show going. You already told them where to find you. You know,
Oh, yeah. Tone Stallone _ GBK everywhere, anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
everywhere, anywhere.
Google, Amazon, music, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook,
Everything.
TikTok, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? You look me up. I'm the only one.
Only one. Next up, we got T-Shell. Are you ready, baby? Where you at? How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all doing? Is everybody feeling okay? How was y'all week? Was y'all blessed? Everybody, you know, roof over there. Y'all out on a Sunday. Something gotta be, you know, going good, going all right for you to be out on a Sunday. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We got T-Shell up on the, yeah. Oh, no, I ain't talking no shit, not right now. It's too early in the show for me to talk shit. We gonna turn this fuck up, though.
Now, y'all know damn well this mic stand was too tall for me.
Help her.
I don't know
She's
who's-
all the way from Arizona.
know.
Look, she's not even from here. We need to give it up.
Nah, I'm
Because she
good on
came
that.
all the
Thank
way
y'all.
over here to fucking
Thank y'all.
rock
Thank
with
y'all.
us on our anniversary show. So
Let's
y'all
go.
need to bring it in for real. You feel me?
I go by the name of T-Shep, T-SHEP. If you don't see the logo, it ain't me, female Diddy in the city. We gonna talk about
Okay.
that. But first, I'm gonna get into the
Okay.
first track. It's called I Cheated. How many of y'all ever cheated before? Yeah. It got a little quiet. It's all good. Cheating ain't always bad, though. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Y'all feeling good, though?
This is another
Night.
T-Shep
Y'all feel good tonight. Y'all look good. Yeah. You think I should be ashamed of myself? But I spend every day with no regrets. Just let me explain my flex. Yeah. I wake up and I stretch. I know God is on deck. I know God is impressed. I can feel the end. 19 in the span of 2 months, man, I got in 2 wrecks. Wasn't in his plans for me to exit. I cheated death trying to push that Lamborghini. I already took some pictures in it. They like she bold with it. Coming in this game like she gon' win it. What you thought I wasn't here to claim my claim my claim, put that crown. Give me that belt and all the rings. Certified my name, her weight on every side. This ain't for bait, I got the better bribe. Me and her was slate, thought she would be in a wedding as my bride. But I just couldn't get rid of my best piece on the side. Arrest me, living my best G, don't address me. I almost died, I shot at these folks outside. I pop these people's spouses, spit some out. Made a couple thousands in less than an hour. Swear to God, I done seen a lot. Most I cannot speak about. I'm that you would think is solid when to take the weaker route. I'm pushing knowledge. What's the beep about? Go read a book. Can't acknowledge if you seeking clout. That don't mean I'm shook. Security ain't never playing, and he got a job to do. And I got some family that'll spray and send you high like. But I don't need that kind of energy. Don't push that type of mind. I had been supposed to leave, so I keep pushing life. I know my ancestors tired and they still keeping me safe. I had a seizure, but I'm still smoking weed every day. Hey, think I should be ashamed of myself, but I spend every day with no regrets. Just let me explain my flex. I cheated death. Yeah, I cheated death. Straight up cheating ain't always bad, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to dampen the mood, you know what I mean? I just want to start out without tell a little bit about me, you know what I'm saying? Tell my story. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? By way of Arizona. It's up. Next song I'm going to get into, man. We're going to go into gratitude, man, because I'm actually happy to be here. How many of y'all happy to be here tonight? Yeah, man.
Give it up, give it up, give it
To
up.
support, heal, and empower our people. That ain't just why I'm here tonight. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So, it's up. Yeah. 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 Hey, the album coming out too. It's called Gratitude as well, man. Make sure y'all check me out.
Keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. Go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude, keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude.
I know you had a long day, but why the long face? I walked up, you had me feeling like I'm in the wrong place. I wanna see you smile before I leave you alone. And I ain't called cause if I doubt you would leave me alone. Knew that you would be home, so I made this trip just to brighten your day. Not to make you sick, but if I'm incorrect, then tell me. But that's why friends is this, so don't be so negative. Think about it, whatever's on your mind, it ain't that big, it ain't the end. I guarantee it's somebody with bigger problems than you, which they can reverse the truth. And the situation I know is hurting you, but nevertheless, there's no need to be so upset for so long. So ease your stress and move on. And then long, just remember 24/7, God is inside of you, even when I'm gone. So be strong. Hold on, yeah. Keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude, keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude, keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude, keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude. I done the kind of things in my life you thought I'd never see. I'm still standing, but best believe that I be giving thanks to the gods for the life given to me. Might look past it sometimes. Silly me, cause what about the other people that died? Need start sitting around stressing like, what if my job fired me? But what I got the kids that got silence like bad seeds. To the weak, that's like ice minus the bling. That's how we think we take the biggest part of life for granted. And when we get a minor setback, we fight and panic. Tears roll from your eyes, don't get me wrong. It ain't the thing to cry, cleanse your soul like rain from the sky. After 99 degrees, makes you cold, give you chills. But is your aching gone? No. So let me see your chin up. While you laying low, you should have been up. Don't let it get to you, you gotta get physical to forget, boo.
Hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations, but the world don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude, keep your head up, hold on, don't cry. I know your problems seem so long, but I'm close by. We go through trials and tribulations.
How y'all
the world
feel?
Don't stop. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Gratitude.
Okay, I got one more.
T-Shell.
I'm gonna do the infamous solar plexus and I'm gonna get out y'all way. Is that cool? Okay. Alright, that's it. Y'all say y'all good, right?
This is another T-Shep exclusive.
I'm gonna try not to jump around. I get the bag, I stay on my grind. They say I'm the hardest working in the city. Won't come to last, this is my time. You can just call me the female. I rep the east until the world blow. Please tell me what's a tornado? Can't knock us down from my side of town. I've been around gone where they said that I can't go, yeah. I'm in rare form like a bougie chick that got her hair done. I'm ruthless sick when in the booth the spit and came out with a hit and ain't swear none. I don't think no one can mess with me. The hustle is sold separately. You might think you can really spit, but your work ethic is an F to me. Go!
Yeah.
Solar plexing and flexing, ayy.
Yeah.
Hey, solar plexing and flexing, ayy.
This is another
Hey, solar plexing and flexing.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Solar plexing and flexing, ayy. Hard labor, ain't no days off, yeah. Look at your neighbor, say this the payoff, yeah, yeah. Hard labor, ain't no days off. Look at your neighbor, say this the payoff. I ain't the best to speak, but I invest in me so that the rest can see my sincerity. You've been hearing me, but ain't pay attention. I'm here and seeking my recognition. My flex is different, also off for the likes. I am the one to go off on the mic. I'm riding this beat, handle bars to the bikes, to the dot in the streets, and my scars and my stripes. Everything is divine order. Everything is divine order. My inner light is so bright that it might blind you. Yeah, that's God for you. I'm like wholehearted, either go home. You got no bars, you like the slow phone. This no the bars, no slow songs. What about my whole heart and everything I flow on? Keep up.
get the bag, I stay on my grind. They
Say I'm the hardest working in the city.
won't come and last, this is my time.
You can just call me the female Diddy. I rep the east until the world blow. Peace of me, what's a tornado? Can't knock us down from my side of town. I've been around.
Going where they said that I can't go.
Ayy, ayy, solar plexing and flexing, ayy.
Yeah, hey,
Solar plexing and flexing, ayy.
yeah,
Ayy, solar plexing and flexing, ayy.
yeah, yeah. Solar plexing and flexing, yeah.
I'm like gratitude, attitude, that is what I live by. Longitude, latitude, way over the hills fly. You might really think that I done lost it. Stress on my brain, making plays and I'm exhausted. I got dreams, so flexing my art to be rich. Your dream is sex and an R&B chick. I came from the tar, was deep in the pits, now raising a bar, sucking me for the water mix. So they sit on the stools, getting lit 100 proof. Ayy, and I'm taking all the people when they slump. Cause I admit I got the juice. Yeah, I brought my bitch to the booth. You will now listen to the truth. I hope it get to the youth, cause they need it, they the future. I get the bag, I stay on my grind. They say I'm the hardest working in the city. Won't come and last, this is my time.
You can just call me the female Diddy.
I rip the east until the world blow.
Peace, I mean, what's a tornado?
Can't knock us down
From my side of town.
I've been around going where they said that I can't go. Another failure, I will never be. The Lord self, I believe that the hell is me. They're trying to meddle me when I know gold. They said I will never be what my destiny's bestowing. But look, we gon' win. I spoke it, and I saw it, and I know it. Yeah. That's why I'm going in. I don't catch feelings, too busy catching flights. Look, it's no ceilings, the limit is the sky. I hear I can feel it, this is definitely my time. Giving up spirit here, destiny, the Bible, whatever, I want all the smoke. Doing devils high power, they call me home, standing tall and strong. I can handle this. I can never be the one to drop the ball and let it roll, ain't even know what's it.
I get the bag,
With the
I
front
stay on
end.
my grind. They say I'm the
How you gonna
hardest
act?
working in the city. Won't
Hey.
come and last, this is my time.
You can just call me the female Diddy. I rip the east until the world blow. Please tell me what's a tornado. Can't knock us down from my side of town. East side, boo out, hey, gang shit. Let's go.
Solar plexing and flexing, yeah.
Hey man, thank y'all very much. I go by the name of T-Shep, T-SHEP, to support healing and empower our people. T-SHEP, if you don't see the logo, it ain't me. Female Diddy in the city, all that. Follow me. Hey man, I got merch back there. I got T-shirts, hats, masks, makeup bags. Man, look, I got koozies for the cups, you know what I'm saying? Anything you need, if I don't got it, I can make it. I make all that stuff over there, design all the hats, you know what I'm saying? I got everything. I can make it if I don't got it, I got you.
Give
Thank
it up
y'all.
the fuck again. All the way from motherfucking Arizona for this motherfucking show. She came from Arizona. That's motherfucking T-Shep. Listen, we about to go on a quick commercial break. Next up, we got Chin One on deck, okay? He's about to get on the stage and do, you know, what he the fuck do great. You know what I'm saying? What y'all need to do is move around, go to the bathroom. It's okay to talk. It's a commercial break. They can't hear us, okay? All right, it's safe. Move.
Ain't that DJ
I'll
C
be back
over
in
there?
5 motherfucking
Look
minutes.
like DJ C.
What you got? What you got for me? Start out with this. Yeah. Tell a fuck nigga I don't fuck with him, what's up with him? Send shots at him, him his homeboy, nigga duck with him. I don't love niggas, I can't trust niggas, I can't fuck with them. Oh no. See I ride around with that chopper nigga, oh no. And that bitch seem like the opera nigga, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You gotta pray for these bitch niggas like, oh lord. How I move with them, how I do with them when I move with them. My young niggas, they a fool with it, know what to do with them. And the AK got a cooling system. 15, I was 16, I was 17. Young nigga, look, just started. I was riding around, hot in kerosene. But sure, drive, I sold it up. When G-Hound said war, nigga, we loaded up. Nigga. Nigga. What this beef shit taste, I can show you. Ride around with them choppers, broad daylight. Tell a fuck nigga, I don't fuck with him, what's up with him? Send shots at him, him his homeboy, nigga duck with him. Don't love niggas, can't trust niggas, can't fuck with him. Oh no. See I ride around with that chopper nigga, oh no. And that bitch sing like the opera nigga, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Gotta pray for these bitch niggas like, oh lord.
Can't fuck with them, they fake niggas,
They snake niggas.
No two clap, no hand dap, no shake niggas.
Fuck these niggas.
No witness, no court case, no jail cells.
Just duck
tape from kidnaps and gun
shells.
Can't fuck with them. These niggas I'm sitting down with and I'm stuck with them. I was 17, maybe 18, probably 19. Had a Mac 9 with a drum on that red beam. Like hot nigga. Yeah, nigga. It's straight cash, no flash, bitch, cake, cocaine. Tell these fuck niggas I don't fuck with them like a pro game. Tell a fuck nigga I don't fuck with him, what's up with him? Send shots at him, him his homeboy, nigga duck with him. Don't love niggas, can't trust niggas, can't fuck with him. Oh no. See I'm riding around with that chopper nigga, oh no. And that bitch sing like the opera nigga, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Gotta pray for these bitch niggas like, oh lord.
Give that shit straight the fuck up. We got a Louisville legend in this
Check.
motherfucker. We got a Louisville legend in this motherfucker. Still living, still breathing. How many can we count tonight?
Chip.
I'm reloaded. Cocaine.
Hey man, we out of way in Kentucky.
Long time.
Reloaded. Cocaine.
Hey man, we out of way in Kentucky with
This shit.
AMG Marco,
AMG Marco.
Kenny Cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got white like a motherfucking pounder. Whip the word till I break the motherfucking handle. Cocaine is what we sellin', nigga. Yeah. Cocaine is what we sellin'. Got white like a motherfucking pounder. Whip the word till I break the motherfucking handle. Cocaine is what we sellin'. Cocaine is what we sellin'. I'm whipping the water, put a whole brick underwater. I'm whipping the water, stretching it, father, pour milk on the water. Shout out to all of my customers shopping. I'm whipping it, taking that money to Bachman. Luxury shit, equipped with them options. One push of this button, this bitch will go topless. Ashantis, I Forges, I Ruchis, I Ruchis. Giuseppe's, I Louis, I Gucci's, I Gucci's, I Gucci's, I Gucci's, I Gucci's. Kenny Cocaine, why the fuck did you do that? All of my life I just wanted that new bag. Nigga ride clean. Nigga got white like the spots on the panda. Yeah. Whipping so hard that I'm breaking the handle. Got white like a motherfucking pounder. Whip the work till I break that motherfucking handle. Cocaine is what we sellin', nigga. Cocaine is what we sellin'. Got white like a motherfucking pounder. Whip the work till I break that motherfucking handle. Cocaine is what we sellin', nigga. Cocaine is what we sellin'. Still whipping the water, still milking the water. I'm killing it, milking it, whipping so hard that I'm spilling the water. Cooking it food, you know that's my profession.
That's my profession. That's my profession.
Pull up a chair and come get you a lesson.
Get you a lesson. Get you a lesson.
Kenny Cocaine, that nigga be frontin'.
Nigga be frontin'. Nigga be frontin'.
But niggas ain't calling me cocaine for nothing. Put white on that white and I'm making it jump.
Jump, 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 jump.
So much of that loud that I smell like a skunk. Wrap up all the yams and I clean up the resi. Wrap up all the bands and pull off in my Chevy. I'm moving real fast like a young Barry Sanders. We learned it from Clue, we be breaking the handle.
Got white like a motherfucking pounder.
Whip the work till I break that motherfucking handle, nigga. Cocaine is what we sellin', nigga. Yeah. Cocaine is what we sellin'.
Got white like a motherfucking pounder. Whip the work till I break the motherfucking handle. Cocaine is what we sellin', nigga. Cocaine is what we sellin'.
Cocaine is what we sellin'. Cocaine is what we sellin'. What up, good people? 502 Podcast. My name is Chin One. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias. Chin One Music. Look me up.
Yo. Next, we got the actual 502 Podcast show loading up. If you're a part of this show, please meet me at the stage. Can we get this going right now, or do we need a commercial break? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take another little break. It's cool to move around, do what you need to do. We're going to load up this 502 Podcast show. This is our fucking anniversary show. Thank you for everybody that's here with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been a long motherfucking road. We done been here. We done did it the fuck up. But shout out to Steve, because this is an original idea in Louisville, Kentucky, and you can hardly find those. Let me keep that shit real. And he pulled together something that's just been going. And we going. It's break time, y'all. Move around.
Play me some Pippin, man.
But I hear y'all, if y'all talking about people and we don't do that here, please, minimize it. Thank y'all so much. Hey, y'all need to come back every 2 weeks. We do this every 2 weeks. The Louisville 5 Podcast Show will be here. I will be your host. Usually I got a mirror with her ass cheeks out, but she's sick right now. Don't worry about it. She'll be back the next show. You feel me? Y'all. Okay. That's all I need. Right now, hold on, we got a great episode of the 502 Podcast Show here. Okay, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves, and I'm going to let everybody tell you about 3 seconds of how and why they're on this panel today. And I'm going to let y'all make your own decisions. This is something Give it up for them.
My name is Vanessa XIX. I'm a mother, a teacher, a thought provoker. I'm a black woman, and I'm just here to speak for black women and represent black people in a positive way, in a good way.
I am Miss West End Pookie. I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Let me change it. I'm a motivational comedian. Okay. Yeah. I love Louisville, but I'm sick of its ways. So I think we can all relate to that, and we're just trying to find positive outcomes. All right.
I'm Demetrius McDowell. I run an organization called Bosses Not Bangers, just bringing back the perspective of, there used to be some honor amongst thieves, I guess you could say, and just like it's for street politics, there's big politicians, but bringing together a fraternity of like street fellas that can kind of like change the perspective of the youth in our environment. Like the shit they doing ain't cool.
Yeah.
My name is Teron Knight. I'm here to give a different perspective on a video of me that went viral and some things that happened within this city. A lot of things that go on that you might not know.
I don't know how we turn away from that. Like, I want to know. You know. So look, we're gonna go in order though. Okay. Today our first topic is about gun violence. Everybody is affect, different people in this room in different ways. Some behind the gun, some in front. You see what I'm saying? But everybody can share a story on that. But I'm glad that we have all of these people together. I think I saw you in my neighborhood, 32nd Street area.
Probably so.
Probably so. Yeah. I didn't know. I was like, man, look at this man. We ain't selling. We ain't buying no Bibles. I was like,
I just left.
Yeah,
I
you
went
did.
to go visit somebody's
church or something. Okay.
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
I seen a group of little kids out there.
Yeah, you need to talk to them. They are bad as I don't know what.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, all of them. I thought you was going to arrest a couple of them, but
Nah.
But I'm with that.
Just tell them I got somewhere for them to go.
Yeah, to jail.
Nah.
No, okay. So
nah, you got my card.
Yeah. So I thought you looked familiar. I don't forget a face. The gun violence, I think that we all can agree that it's got out of hand. But there is no real way to stop it or prevent it because it's your right, your right to bear arms. You see what I'm saying? But I think, just like drugs, that's used at your discretion. But this is supposed to be to protect yourself. It's supposed to be, back then, how many people are hunting still? All right, no rifles or nothing in the room? Yeah, nobody's hunting anymore. So protection is the main reason. If anybody else, agrees or disagrees, I like to hear it, but what is the main reason for protecting your right? If anybody remembers December 31st this year, we just had a shootout at the expo, gun show. So who's policing the gun, like the police and the police almost. And then they said it was an isolated incident. I was all the way in Detroit and I heard that.
Was the shootout police or was it civilians?
It came across in Detroit like it was a shootout. It was almost embarrassing to hear that your city is doing it at a gun show. But where else do you have a fight? That's the perfect place. My father and stepmother were pulling up and had to dodge behind cars and bullets hitting, concrete and doors. So, this is not the first time getting ran out of a place with guns, but who did they run to? They didn't think to bring your guns. Lord knows a black man bet not bring artillery to the gun show. So if anybody else can, elaborate, did they hear about this?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Did you hear about a solution?
And it was black men who were shooting the guns?
Did you hear it?
I didn't hear about it. I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't ask the questions. I didn't hear about
no
this.
one heard the color. No one heard if they're safe. No. So it's safe to say it was probably a white person. All right. No, but I mean, I didn't hear anything. And when I came back, I was wondering, who's going to be on the news this week for trial? I still have not seen anything.
I think with gun violence, you have to get specific because, for one, it affects Black America. Because, like, look in Chicago, look here, we kill each other all the time. We kill our greats. We kill. I mean, it's normal for Black men to envy Black men. So that's a part of gun violence. Of course, the police kill us as well. We have young white men who go up and shoot up schools. So there's so many dynamics of gun violence. But the one that I think is most important is when we kill one another. The term black on black crime or violence, I do believe is real.
Well, the reason or whatever, you cannot rule out accidents. So it's lack of knowledge. People do not know how to really properly handle firearms. And what I can say, you can't make this a black or white thing, but before you are, able to pick up your first firearm, you should know how to operate, how to clean it, how to use it, when to use it. Our father's thing in our house was when you turn 18, you get a gun. You don't get it to go home with you. This is yours. We're going to teach you how to clean it, use it, shoot it. The first time I ever shot a gun, I almost tore my shoulder up, not knowing that it has a kickback, So it is things that people have to know before you just get behind a gun. And right now, the way that it is available.
I don't think gun safety is the issue. It's normalized in our culture, stay strapped up and all of that. And that law being passed wasn't for us because once the door was open for everybody to pack a pistol, everybody did it. It was, and anybody in here who done packed a pistol before, I already know it make you feel some type of way. The first, what you say, motherfuckers clutching. So it's just our culture. I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's wrong because it is dangerous out here, but definitely it's normalized. It's in our music. You got white America TikToking to gangster songs, talking about shoot 'em up, bang bang, and don't even know what the fuck that shit mean. But if you got white America kids doing TikTok off the beatbox song, ready to go kill up the whole world, it's normalized. Like everything you play on the radio is about a pistol spinning the block on the ops, glizzies and switches and all that shit. Not to knock our culture, it's our culture. I ain't gonna shit on our culture, but it still starts at home at the end of the day. And it ain't cool to put your kids in programs. It ain't cool to do the right thing. Motherfuckers will brag about their big homie that don't speak on God. It's just fucked up.
I was gonna say that I'm not gonna say I'm an advocate for gun ownership, but I believe it's people's right. It's a state right for you to own a gun. To piggyback on what you said, I think you need to do your due diligence before you get that gun.
Most definitely.
You need to have your license. You need to learn how to maneuver that firearm, what to do with that firearm. If you got kids in the home, they need to know what to do with a firearm. When I first started carrying a gun and having firearms around my home, first thing I did was go home, disassemble it, and set my two boys down and show them how to mess with this gun. Because I grew up in a family where guns were taboo. So I didn't want that perception to be in my house. I didn't want my kids to go in my room one day and playing around with the gun and something happened and it go off. I wanted it to be normal for them in that nature. But I think in this day and age and time, like he said, it's normalized. Should it be that way? Not for everybody. Some people don't need to have guns. Some people will use guns for wrong intentions. Me being a military person, some of these guns that's out on the street, some of these guns that I've seen my friends have, I'm like, why do you have that? What are you gonna do with that? You know, this is guns that I seen when I was in service that foreign armies had for war. And you just riding around in a car just to have it, just for notoriety to say, I got this strap. So I think we need to police up ourselves a little more in our communities. Do I think if everybody gets armed with a semi-automatic rifle that gun laws might change? When I say everybody, if all black people get armed, oh yeah, it'll change real quick, because then we're at the end of that gun, not the other race.
Well, they had, not too long ago, I remember watching the news on Derby Eve, and it was a special WHAS it did with the teenager. And if you all remember, around this time, Beecher Terrace was still there and Village West was there. They did a special and was asking 13 and 14-year-old boys, where was the first time they saw a gun? And the responses was ridiculous. The 13-year-old said, I get it from my friend. Like, I got my gun from my friend. He asked how old was his friend. This boy was 12 years old. 12. And they could get a hold to, I've never seen so many alphabets before. A-K, S-K, all that. Like, it's ridiculous. Things that you couldn't
just
even
come from
hold.
our parents, still back from the house, so you got to be mindful. For like when you buying Call of Duty games, all this shit's on there. They're teaching them what type of guns is what. Like, and they looking at this on Call of Duty, they looking for it in the street. You can walk down the street and have a gun, and a little 10, 11-year-old gonna know what type of gun it is from the game.
I can still remember a time when I was in the jail. It was a young guy. They had brought him fresh over on his 18th birthday from JCYC, brought him over to the lockup. And he's in there, and they kind of celebrating him, asking him, about his charges and stuff. And he was bragging, talking about he had got shot. And I'm just sitting there looking at him, and I'm like, I pulled him off to the side in the hallway, and I told him, I said, that ain't nothing to be proud of. I've been shot. That ain't nothing to be proud of. You could have died. And you out here bragging about taking 3 bullets like it's a badge of honor. Like, I think about that every day. Man. And he's out here bragging about it. But that's the culture that we put on a pedestal. It's nothing wrong with rapping about stuff, because it's real. That's the life. That's the life that we live in. Like you said, it's the testimony on wax. But I think us as parents, us as adults, we need to kind of manage the stuff that we let our kids have access to. And that's all I say about that.
True that.
I think that we do need everyone should have firearms to protect their families, because this world is crazy and there's bad people, and we got to protect ourselves from them. I just think that with our culture, I don't know if the way that we teach our young boys how to manage guns, if it's the right way.
Don't leave out the girls.
And the girls too.
Oh yeah, girls. Yeah, they packing heavier than the dudes are.
Yes, our children.
2020, it was more females ever killed in Louisville than I'm 40. I will be 44. More women, females, that died ever in Louisville. That's ridiculous. But we don't really have a way to prevent, because everybody is entitled. They're trying to take that right away. But I guarantee you now, a kid getting caught in Louisville, Kentucky today with a fully loaded rifle versus New York City, your first time could be your last time.
Yep.
Right.
So 16, it doesn't matter. Hold you over until you are grown up. See, if we had stricter laws, you know, now just think about it. You're supposed to be your parents' responsibility until you're 18. Okay. If they charge these parents and the parents are like, look, I can't do anything about it. I can't, you know, there's not enough programs. It's not, who helps her to get the child that she can't control?
The village. That's why I say we got to come together. It's like parents don't even let you check their kids no more. They won't even let you correct.
Nope.
So with that being
Preach.
said, like, if I can't get through to your, if you can't get through to your son, I probably could. But you won't, not you per se.
No.
But you won't let me do it. And that's just like some of the, I ain't gonna shit on no women. I love y'all powerful.
No. Come on, speak your mind. What you got to
gotta
say,
be
Claude?
mindful what type of nigga you fuck with. Because if you into the street nigga that pack a pistol, that gotta stay dangerous, then your son or your daughter gonna subject to see it. But there's parents that let kids in their house that don't even know whose mama they are. Like, and that's the fun spot. That's where everybody go at, because you can do everything over. Even if you are a parent that is, you know what I'm saying, handling your business with your child, but it definitely have to be us starting our own shit. It's politics and everything that we do, and it's people down there making decisions on how they gonna program us when we know what is for us. And then you get these cool niggas who get the jobs that are essence of the streets. And I say essence is you ain't even walk past, I mean, you walk past the dice games, the drug dealing, and the all of that. You know how to survive in it, but you wasn't involved in it. But when you go down here and get a job, you the blackface. They put you out there to spread a message when we all need to come together. That's why I say bosses, not
That's
bangers,
right.
because if you live long enough, your OG got a job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So whether you active or inactive, let's come together and let these young cats and females know that shit's lame. We don't do that. We squash the beef to get the money.
Hey,
I do want to. I think it makes it hard for our youth to get it together because of the media, because it's not too many positive. I mean, they're positive because they got money, but the way they live their lives, they don't have morals or values. The rappers that they listen to, the drill rappers and trappers and all that. So it's like we do have to get our children while they're young, but I see that obviously it's hard because our young boys and girls are wanting to be violent towards one another.
but you know that what you was talking about, like what they see and what they hear, all that's controlled. All of it's controlled.
Definitely.
You know, like you can definitely monitor the time your kids spend with other people that you don't know. How many parents actually meet other parents before your kids go and stay with them? You see what I'm saying?
How many parents is actually taking them cell phones and cutting off the Wi-Fi?
How many parents are going after the kids and looking after their search history and all of that?
Yeah.
They not saying they are, but you know, it just sounds good. And one of the things that is part of the black family, and everyone can relate, you know, even some white people, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Well, guess what happens? They see what happens in that house, whether you got boyfriends that's doing it, brothers, cousins, friends, TV, whatever it is, and instead of them going to them and saying, well, you said whatever goes on in this house stays in this house, so what, can you explain what happened yesterday, or this or that? I will never forget my brother in elementary school had signed up to be in the dirty car. He came home and threw away my mother's weed, her cigarettes and everything, like, and I died for this shit. Yeah, he was dead serious. Safety Patrol, he meant that. To this day, we bring that up, and he was just like, that was a positive program, though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
But
saying?
we part of a dying breed, like 44 from 43. Like,
see what I'm saying?
What goes on in this house, it ain't that no more.
No,
kids
hell no.
Kids expose their parents on social media. So that's the problem that we think going to see psychologists is lame. But you'll go to Facebook and social media and tell your whole motherfucking life story.
Yep.
I ain't
Whole
feeling
life.
good today.
I'm about
Oh
to
my
jump
God.
off this bridge right here, the
Yeah.
one that's right near the, yeah.
Right. And the baddest motherfucker, if somebody scroll your whole timeline, and you didn't how about you how about a motherfucker don't know you shit.
Yeah.
I go through
Just
your
met
whole
you.
motherfucking social
Yeah.
media. You on there talking about everything from your baby daddy and everything, and then the next day you want to holler good morning to everybody. You crazy motherfucker.
So what can we do? What is one solution? Everybody on this panel, I'm pretty sure, well, Bosses Not Bangers, I'm pretty sure you have something coming up for kids that,
All the time. I got 4 programs. Definitely, Bosses is a program to where If we came together as organizations and people, we can get funding from the government. That's what Metro government runs off of, the mayor's office. They get government grants, millions of dollars, then they disperse them. So I say us, street niggas that got, you know, ideas. I got a program called Bosses that asks for stipend funding, which stipend is just the large amount of money that they give you, but that's for payroll. So we're gonna put them back in the hood and work for small businesses. That way the small business thrives with free labor. The child is learning a skill or any type of, and then it comes, because if we work for somebody, we thinking like, man, shit, I can run this shit myself.
Hey man, my daughter works for me right now.
Man,
on payroll. Fuck
right.
you, man. I'm not
all
giving
of
you a
that,
dollar.
file taxes on it.
Yeah, yeah, damn right. You are an employee, child.
With that being said, we putting some money in their pockets, and usually when you got shit to do, you don't get caught up in the bullshit. Man, look, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
Plus, don't tear up Mr. Such and Such a store, nigga. I work here. So just putting that back in there, bringing the village back together. I got one called Mamas, dealing with 18 to 30-year-olds women who just called Dear Mama. Financial literacy, single parenting, first-time home buyers, domestic violence, trauma from gun violence. I got one called The Village, and that's just bringing everybody together. I feel like if I sold dope all over the city, I'm gonna pull up on a nigga who got the bag now or then and be like, man, fuck with me. Little dude right there ain't cut for this shit. He gonna bring down the whole faculty. Bring him over and fuck with me, because what they're doing right now is if they can't get the nigga with the bag and all the money, they gonna take that 14, 15-year-old who call himself the shooter, and they gonna tie y'all together with the conspiracy. So this is a curriculum that I teach in Mazik that I go up there when they call me up there, and I done went back and forth to 'em, with them, but I break them down all the time. Plus, look, you did, bro. Stop talking to me about it. So it kills it right there, and then I got the attention. So, but with that being said, that's something that I break down, like the whole YSL situation, and then the young boy NBA. Here it is, y'all been following this nigga for forever on his gangster shit. He didn't change his life. Where does that leave you at? Where it leave you at now? So just bosses, not bangers. You know, as a boss, you have to stand as an individual. You know, you carry yourself a certain type of way. And niggas that game, man, need the game. Gang.
Yeah. So where can we find you? Where can we?
I'm at the YMCA. I got a contract with them. I done work with Goodwill and all of them, but I'm at 930 West Chestnut, the one on by Village West. Okay. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, I do basketball games. That's the catch, because that's how we congregate.
Yeah. After this game, come on, hello.
Yeah, before the game. But I'm not gonna steal the show. But parents, get involved, man. Y'all not doing the job. Like, y'all not fucking with y'all kids. Like, y'all using these programs as drop-offs. Like, come fuck with your kids. Like, come fuck with them. Like, they need your support. And if they gonna go to social media, then where does that leave you at as a parent? But
well, you might be killing two birds with one stone if you get a lot of these men that wasn't active anyway.
That's what it's about. It's a street fraternity.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So it's Bosses Not Bangers. Demetrius McDowell on Facebook. Boss Not Bangers on IG, and Boss Not Bangers on Facebook, INC. I am a 501c3 nonprofit. Hey. I ain't asking for no money right now. Everything I done did is out of pocket, so motherfuckers don't say, he's doing it for the money. But at the end of the day, if we all came together, different hoods, collectively, and stand on that cornerstone of the hood together, and we're gonna make shit happen.
That's real.
So, Mr. Knight, you've been on both sides of, you know, the free world, and you know. So, what do you suggest for the younger generation, as well as the older ones, but these, you know, teenagers and, you know, young adults? What do you suggest for them? I guess, with the advocacy, you know, like with gun violence or anything, what could you suggest to them that they can do as an alternative?
My brother right here just said it all in a nutshell. It starts with the parents. Once you get the parents' head and you see that, you get them to realize that they are the vital part in their child's life, because it always starts at home. The parents, the grandparents, the cousins, the uncles, the aunts. Once you get those adults, you'll be able to grasp on to these children. But like he said, you got to be in their lives, man. You can't use the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, the basketball teams, the different extracurricular activities at school. You can't use them as babysitters. You got to get in your child's life to know what they're doing. You know, you giving your child these $1,200 iPhones, you know, you need to be in them, looking at their search history, looking at what, you know, it's not invading their privacy. They're your children. Yeah. You know, you need to be looking at who they talking to, who's, like you said, who's coming to your house. I'm just thinking about that, man. My son, his 10th birthday, and he was going to, not his 10th birthday, I'm sorry, his 12th birthday, and he goes to Newburgh. One of his friends that was coming over for the party, parents just dropped him off and rode off. I came out and I was like, TJ, you know, where's such mom at? Oh, she dropped him off. She said she'd be back Sunday to get him. I had never met this lady. She didn't know who I was. She didn't know what we did at the house. You know, she didn't know if I was gonna take him off to be in a cult, get him in sex trafficking, anything. But she dropped him off and said I'd be back Sunday. And that type of stuff didn't happen when I was little. I'm not 40 yet. I ain't went over that threshold.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I'm,
we'll
I'm
get your young ass off.
I'm 38. But that type of stuff didn't happen when I was young, man. My dad, my mother, they asked those questions. And I think now we don't dig deep. We don't know. A lot of us don't even know our neighbors in our neighborhoods. And you can just go back to that, man. The village mentality is lost. Yeah. And to save these kids, to save ourselves, we got to start loving on each other. As a community, as a people, you have to, man. I'm not gonna say I'm a real religious person, but I go to church every Sunday and I believe in God. I went to King Solomon for the Martin Luther King celebration, and seeing I'm sitting in the audience and I'm listening to people around me, and they talking, you know, why these kids so loud? Why these kids yelling and stuff? And it was a group, I can't remember the organization, but they had a bunch of teenagers. They were rapping, they were singing. Some of them were doing poetry, and they were doing something positive, you know? And they were like, oh, they too loud. You know, they shouldn't be running through the house. Would you rather them be running down Broadway or riding down Broadway shooting it up, or running in stores robbing them, or bullying kids, other kids in the community, or just doing crazy stuff? Like, we gotta give them positive outlets. I'm glad my brother's doing what he's doing. That's the stuff we need right there. I used to speak about that when I was in the jail, and I would talk to these older, we call them the old heads, you know, that had, some of them been in prison their whole life. That's all they knew. So they didn't want to get out. But it was a lot of them in there that they was trying to tell these young ones, man, this ain't what you want to do. You've done crimes, and yeah, you looking at short time. You're gonna get out. You're gonna be out in your mid-20s, your early 30s. You're gonna get a chance at life, and when you get out, what are you gonna do? If you don't make those changes right now, if you don't get it in your head that you want to do something different, you add it to another generation that's gonna be lost. And I just think that we gotta get these kids, man. We gotta find something. It can be multiple outlets. It can be multiple things, but we gotta find something, and we gotta get on one accord. But I'm here to give the city portion. The city got to get on board with us too, and it can't just be for photo ops and media fronts. It's got to be real. You got to put dollars back into this community. Like he said, it's millions of billions of dollars that are given to the city that gets disseminated to employees that run these programs, and these programs aren't getting run for us. And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
All right, Ms. XX.
I just want to say that I look at from Malcolm X, like from the beginning of when we were trying to get our community back together. So I just look at Malcolm X, I look at Martin Luther King, I look at all the attempts of black men and black people to get our people on one accord. sometimes I try not to compare, but I look at like other communities, like the Chinese, the Jewish, the white communities, and I'm like, why aren't we as disciplined, as structured? I know that we had a disadvantage with slavery, and that's why economically we are not as progressive as we should be right now. But I just wonder why it's taken us so long, and why it's been so hard for us to come together as a strong code for one another. Like we were just talking about gun violence, and we kill each other more than anybody else does. I know they say proximity, but also if you look at our culture, killing your ops is niggas, other niggas. It's not white supremacy. It's not the people who's actually put you in these situations to why we have a lack of resources and stuff like that. But I just want to know mentally what is wrong with the community to where it's hard for us to come together while we still ignorant. Why our boys think it's okay to be shooters and kill us.
Do you have any boys in your family? I mean, nephews or sons?
I have boys in my family. I have a brother, I have a father, I have uncles, I have cousins that are boys, and I do have young boys in my life.
Do you have, like, what is one thing that you know that you offer them that they need more of? If you had that help, or this, you know, like me, all my nephews and everything come over to my house because they know it is the house that it's not going to have any and everything going on, but it's going to be a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going. If I don't have a lot of money, I got a lot of love.
Offer love.
So what is it that you can offer, you know, these boys that that you think they need, and it.
So I am going back to school I want to get a degree in education because I think it starts with the mind. I want to teach them. They need to see positive examples of black men and black women. So I want to be that example. So that's where I'm going to start.
That's right. Well, you all, thank you for that. I needed to hear that.
Let me throw this out there.
Go ahead.
So lock y'all cars if y'all packing because you can't take guns into certain buildings. Right. And the hustle for these kids is checking cars.
Yeah.
So when you got to leave your gun in the car, they checking your car. Probably for money and other stuff, but definitely they finding these guns. And that's why there's so many out here. A lot of reason why there's so many out here.
Well, I do participate in a lot of community events. I did a Mic Up, Guns Down, where we was offering something other than, you know, it was like a, you know, just a rally. You talking about this and that and gun violence, but he also threw like a block party. Yeah, boy, he did a block party. Oh yeah, and I like that because it gives them something to look forward to. And like you said, first of all, they got to know what a community is. They have to know who consists in this village. You know, like who do you go to for help? Who can you talk to? If you go to 5 community centers in the West End, they will not be packed.
Nope.
They will not be packed anymore. And they're still funding for them, but nobody's using it. You know, as Master Cow and them who offer karate free at Shiny. Okay, yeah, I put my girls in there.
Arabian Nights, yeah. I gave them a space up in the YMCA.
Man, come on, you better tell it.
Busted.
Yeah, it's so people might not know other people, but they do need to be reminded of resources. These places that are always going to be there to help them, and they have free literature that, you know, so they can take home with them and they can go over. But you're right. If these houses are you know, needing just that, a wellness check. Not checking to see if somebody's dead. Okay, you're alive, goodbye. No, what's your mental like? What's these kids going through? Are y'all all right? You know, and so many kids are trained to just be like, yeah, I guess I'm all right because she said stop crying before she gives me something to cry about. You know, so it's like, don't say you're all right just because I told you to. You know, reach out. So one thing that I encourage everyone to do is to check on your neighbor. Please check on your neighbor and these kids. Yeah, like I said, I saw you in my neighborhood Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, and get your drug dealing buddies, family members, and to help you out. I ain't saying don't sell dope. I'm saying you ain't got to kill nobody to do it.
Yep.
You know, just use your neighborhood influencer who you know your child is watching and pull his coattail, man. Hey, man, can you talk to my son? And he'll listen. Yeah. And that gives him 2 choices. He don't got to grow up like the drug dealer because the drug dealer is telling them something positive. But that's our biggest influence before they see a LeBron James or anybody. They see the nigga up the block with all the bread.
So, moving forward, he gave us like a list of things to talk about. And I'm like, man, this will go on forever. This will go on forever. I mean, like, I had to refrain from talking about so much that I've seen when it comes to guns and everything, you know, hanging around with the people that you don't really know and they get shot, you know, for your mistake. You know,
Exactly.
I got a friend right now whose mouth is blown off. Off. He survived a fucking shooting that wasn't for him, but your mouth is, you see what I'm saying? So these are things that we needed to talk about. We just don't feel like we have enough time.
Right.
Moving forward, he has voting. Now, I don't know everybody's views on voting, how important it is to you, what has changed to make you feel like it is very important, but I do know that one thing that kind of threw me off was, you know, we was always taught, yeah, they was killed because they had to go vote. Well, you know, later on we finding out that, yeah, because they own shit. They wasn't just no regular niggas. These people had shit. Of course they dying. They like, what you mean? That I can do this, I can produce this, I can have this going on, I can make this much go on, this, and I can't vote. I can't tell you, I can't put my input in. So when it comes to voting, I know that is a topic that people are like, that's none of your business. You know, it's none of your business if I'm a Democrat. None of your business if I'm a Republican, if I'm liberal. If I fucking vote at all. But what is one thing that you know, as far as voting, what's something that you can think of that you was told that was totally incorrect about voting?
I'm not registered to vote. I'm a convicted felon. I just beat trial 2 years ago. But we ain't educated on the fact that it ain't about the popular vote with the president. It's the 2 years later that you go back and you vote for your aldermen, councilmen, judges, and shit like that. Like, those are the people that put the pressure on the president to pass the law. Because if we all think about it, Trump lost the vote, the popular vote, by millions. It was the red states or whatever. And if we knew better, we'll do better. So after you vote for the president, 2 years later, start doing your homework on the councilmen in your district and the aldermen and stuff like that, and you see if y'all goals and shit like that match up. So like Tammy Hawkins, shout out to her. Like, she has that background that knows what the people want. So know your councilmen, know your senators, and go back in that 2 years and be just excited to vote about your councilmen, senators, as you do about who's gonna be the president. Because as we saw, everything that Obama done, they shot down. And it was because he was outvoted by certain senators and shit like that. So
That's why I wonder, is voting even, is it gonna do anything? Is it gonna change anything in the black community? What we need is money. We voted for what we voted for. It was to be for social equality, but obviously, you know, social equality has not really changed the state of the community. We need money. So I think one misconception is that voting is going to make things better for you or make your life better, and it hasn't done any of that.
Mr. Knight?
When it comes to voting, I've been voting my whole life. I didn't vote one time, and that was during the second term of Obama's tenure as president. And my reason was like the sister, what is this? What is it gonna do? We get him in office, things still going bad. But then, like my brother said, it's not totally about the presidency. It's about your district, political structure around you, where we live at, our communities, our councilmen, our mayor, our senators, or the governors. You know, anybody that has any type of dealings with politics, that your grassroots people, you know, them are the ones that you need to be digging deep into to find out, you know, what's going on, because the president, he's just one man. You know, if he don't have all these other people backing, like with Trump won because he was strategic in getting all these people on board with him, selling them that dream or whatever he sold them. You ride for me. Once I get in this big office, I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah, and it kind of remind me like when we was in elementary school and we did like we was voting for class president, and you always had that person like, I'm gonna give us snacks and pizza every day for like, no, the fuck you're not.
Make it sound good, you know?
You don't have no power to do that, Samantha. You know, so you know that was one of the, you said what they wanted to hear.
Yes.
But it had to start like in the neighborhoods. If your alderman is not trying to push for different stuff, like right now, I bet you don't know how many trees they are knocking down in Shawnee Park every day.
Every day.
Every day. You go in there, it's looking like a bald damn crotch. I mean, like there is no trees, but you don't know what they're doing if you're not a part of your you know,
and that's why things like gentrification of our historically black neighborhoods, the housing crisis where people are getting priced out of their neighborhoods. You know, I understand inflationary times, but you know, you shouldn't be having to choose between paying your rent or buying groceries because your rent is $1,800. You know, crazy stuff like that. It just boggles my mind sometimes, man, on how people don't use that right, man. It was people that fought, died, got beat up, you name it, just to be able for us to have that right. And then some people just set up and don't use it.
Well, I'll tell you
I
right
think
now.
the white vote is the majority of the vote. Like, I think the white vote is the majority.
That's why we're red state.
So I tested the theory of voting. I voted once. And my vote who I voted for, it didn't do anything.
She's like, I didn't win, I quit.
Nah,
but
I
that
just
was
don't
proven
think
to be
that.
a little different with Obama because every black person voted, young and old, when we saw a black man. So we need to have that same energy for our aldermen. Like, we'll vote, we just don't see, like, we would have voted for Hillary.
I just feel like the people that we really need to be in office will never get in office. People who really gonna make a change for Black America, I don't think that they would allow them. You have to be vetted in some type of way mentally.
But think about before
to be
they
in a
even
white
had voting.
corporate America.
You know, look, who was it? George Washington. That nigga just stayed in office. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and take over next year too. Sit down.
See,
Yeah, I
we
got
going
it.
in- so we
Like,
going
goddamn,
we going
you
that
gonna
far. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
all
what-
of that shit don't got nothing to do
Don't
with
have
us.
nope.
Declaration of Independence, all of
None
that
of
shit
that.
was rolling during time it was slavery. So it don't apply to black people, period. So that's why we need to come together in our own neighborhood. I don't give a fuck if we choose like Tammy. Shit, we chose her because we relate to her. But don't keep letting your politicians wait until around voting time to come to your church.
And
say
pop
vote
up
for
wanna
me.
do- yeah.
I'll walk through your neighborhoods and
Man.
knock on your doors. If a motherfucker ain't consistent in doing what they say they gonna do all year for
Yeah,
2
you reach
years,
out to
for
them.
3 years, don't just pop out of nowhere and we be like, who this nigga? But he black, I'ma fuck with him. But
We need a grassroots to be a politician, not somebody who, you know what I'm saying? I think we need someone who actually has the heart for their community to stand up and be a politician. Not anyone who's
that's
going to
the
conform.
We need to expose those people. We need to find out who they are and start sharing their shit on Facebook. Make them popular.
Yeah, speaking of that, let's get to the grits and spinach, please. Vegan over here. All right. Let's dig a little bit to some juice that I would like to. You said earlier some things that we didn't know about. Well, I just want to know, what is it, can you tell us about Louisville Metro Corrections that you don't think a lot of people know? Because I already know a lot. I know a lot. I've been on the other side. You know, I've seen, now I wasn't no correction officer or nothing, but I got beat up a couple times by, you know, it took about 3 of them, but, Austin, Officer Austin, I'm gonna whoop that ass when I ever catch you on your own. No, on my mammy, nigga. I mean, like, straight up. Yeah, you did that, but you was like, you won, because I'm in her. If I ever, I'm telling y'all this because I said it before, and I mean it. I don't know where he lives at. Do you know?
No.
Okay, well, go ahead. So tell us what you would like to tell us, sir, and we'll get into who this man is for those that was late.
I'm looking at this video, and I don't watch it. I never had it, never owned it, never posted it. But that's neither here nor there. When I talked to Steve, he asked me to come and talk about this video. I was a little hesitant because this would be my first time actually talking about it in front of anybody. I've talked about it with friends and family, my pastor at my church, but I've never spoke about it to anybody else. When the video first came out, I knew about it like 5 days before, because they had called me in and they were telling me that they were gonna suspend me. And I was like, I put my resignation in 3 weeks ago. I'm leaving on Friday, okay? So they basically bullshitted me all week and told me, oh, it's fine, you're leaving, we don't care nothing about it. That was just for me to be quiet and not go and seek legal resources on my own. So on Friday, once this thing went viral and they put their own captions, and it went everywhere. I had people calling me from the Huffington Post, the BBC, all the way over in Europe or wherever it's at, CNN, you name it. Every outlet was calling me. And I didn't want to make a statement. I tell people I said what I said, but I think I owe it to people to explain that. This video was strictly a satire video.
So tell them, for the people that were late,
okay,
and for the people that don't really know who you are, this was the correction officer who was, they said, fired for mocking Breonna Taylor's mocking. Yeah, I have to. And this is not before we had a verdict or anything, right?
And I gotta be careful what I say, because
Take your time.
I'm in arbitration, and I get emotional when I talk about
That's
it.
okay.
Man, this video was something I made with my friends who feel the same way. Some of them white, feel the same way that I felt. I was making it to mock LMPD. I have friends that are on the force, friends that I consider almost family, a lot of acquaintances, but that doesn't justify what happened. Right. It just doesn't justify the wrongdoing. And when I made that video, I was making fun of them. And to see the media put their own spin on it and say mocking and all this, no. And I was at the barbershop, and a guy walked up to me that used to be in the jail, and he came up to me and he was like, "What was you thinking?" and all this. And my barber was gonna say something to him, but I stopped him. My barber was Mark Miller at Miller Times. Y'all go check him out. He's good.
Shout out to Mark Miller.
But he was gonna stop him and say something to him, and I stopped. I was like, "Man, did you watch the whole video?
Right.
Did you listen to what I was saying?
Right.
Or did you just go off the clickbait, the little snippet that they put on the news?" He was like, "Well, no, I ain't watched it." I was like, "Well, you know me. You know what I do. You know what I stand for. I helped you. I helped your ass out when you was in jail." So just stuff like that, that kind of, and I try not to cuss a lot. That pissed me off. It pissed me off because that's not who I am. That's not what I stand for. That's not what I felt. The only thing that I regret in this situation is using her name and saying bitch. But that's what I heard from someone. But people don't get into that. People don't listen to the whole thing, and they don't hear the story of, I was around that for 5 years. I was around officers that told me, "Oh, no, that you're not one of the ones that protested. You're one of the good ones." Well, I'm a good one because I got a uniform on with you, because I come to work on time, because I'm around you. That's what makes me a good one. I remember walking into that building when I first started. This was a year and a half after I first started, and I was out sick. Well, no, my son was out sick, so I was going to drop off a doctor's note. I'm walking in a hoodie, a sweatsuit with a hoodie on, and I go through the magnometers. If you're familiar with the jail, when you go in, you got to go through the metal detectors. I walk through the magnometers. I got my badge in my hoodie. I pull it out and go like that. not thinking nothing of it, and a guy grabs me and is like, hey, where you going? These same people that work with me every day, but you couldn't recognize me because I had a hoodie on. You know, just stuff like that. But going back to the video, like I said, it pissed me off because this is something that I did not post. If you know me, you know I'm a jokester. I've been doing this my whole life. I play around, I make jokes. And I'll say this, I trusted the wrong person because one officer still there, one sheriff is the one that posted this video, sent this video to the media, but the media said they got it from an elected official, which was false. The union came out and said, "Oh, we're not gonna stand for this. We're not gonna do it. You know, we're not gonna fund his appeal." Fully funded my appeal, got me all the way to arbitration now. But Metro government says a lot of things to save face. Like for years, I've been seeing all this stuff where they say the police chief was fired. Police chief was relieved of their duties. Yeah, after they already put their paperwork in and they're already able to qualify and get their retirements. But it sounds good in the news to say, "Hey, we fired this police chief."
Go ahead.
What do you think? What do you think the influence of the FOP has with the Metro Police Department?
The FOP,
Yeah.
strong. They run it, and I know I probably shouldn't say this, but
you want me to say it?
But you know, because I'm in arbitration, but that's BS if you really want to, you know, they put me in a trick bag to it's not going to have a good outcome for me. But the FOP runs the administration.
What is the FOP?
The Fraternal Order of Police.
The sheriff stick on the back of car.
Now
They got the nerve to call you and ask for funding.
Now I'm not
off my line.
I'm not at liberty to speak about LMPD's FOP, but I know the corrections FOP is dirty from the top to the bottom.
So you said you're not allowed? Is that what you said? You don't?
No, I don't know. So I'm not going to speak on nothing I don't know.
Let me tell you this. We just got through talking about voting.
Oh man.
Yeah, if you vote, you can say what the fuck. You can ask what the fuck. You can go investigate what the fuck.
What I believe? No.
Until you
it's
find
not
out.
Right. It's not right.
Well, thank you.
It's not right. 100%
Yeah, you're a taxpaying
not right.
citizen. You tell us.
100% not right. Because there's so many backdoor deals. You wash my back, I wash yours. And, you know, it's funny how certain things hit the news rather quickly and some things don't. They get washed under the rug. And most times it's when you got a little melanin in your skin. I've worked in that building with people that had DUIs, beat their kids, beat their wives. Some have done sex crimes, you name it.
Who's Conway? What's his name? Matthew Conway? Conway. Is he the attorney general?
I think it's
attorney general.
Attorney General?
Not the Attorney General Cameron, but he's
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Well, do y'all know his brother works in politics too? He's the only, I want to say he's a judge or something. Was put on probation for having dirty urine, and he still had his position.
Man, I worked at a country club where they would have parties and drink and everything, Louisville Country Club, and be drunk, tore up. One judge wrecked, he lived damn near on the 9th hole.
Right.
Wrecked going home. You didn't hear nothing about it. 2 days later, he had put somebody behind bars for like 22 years.
They constantly move.
For drunk
They
driving,
constantly
DUI.
move the goalposts when it comes to us. There's an officer I know right now, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a black.
Man, I don't like these conversations.
Because he went through a lot. He's a black officer, and he did something in the jail that shouldn't have been done from a moral standpoint. But there's another white officer who was in the command staff, was the commander of the special operations for the jail. Did the same thing. That man is still there and still running a special unit. But the other black man is gone. Things like that piss me off because, like I said, they constantly move the goalposts when it comes to us. When it comes to us, boom, it's out quick. Me and Steve talked about it on the phone the other day when we were discussing me even coming on here. Everybody knows the stuff that's going on in Memphis.
Right.
It totally out of order. Totally out of order. But why did it take so long for that white officer to be trunched in with the other ones?
Because it's like a FOP situation. Because fraternity, order of police, fraternity meaning brotherhood.
Yeah.
So they get lawyers for they officers. How is it that you're not held accountable to your supervisor? They come straight in. You don't even have to explain the incident to your supervisor. So off top, they come straight in and protect their officers. And like I was speaking
Certain
with Steve,
officers.
right? And that's where I was about to go. With Steve, we was speaking on why was they so swift with the black officers? Because they was protecting blue at all costs. Like that's what the FOP.
With my case,
yeah.
And I told everybody, they was like, man, you want your job back? Hell no, I don't want my job back. Do I want some money out of it? Yeah.
Of
But I don't want my
course.
job back. I don't want to go back in there. I was already gone. So I was asking, what do I have to do to, start the legal process and everything? These people never came to me and told me anything till I think I had 7 days to actually file for the appeal. I was told on that 7th day, and when I actually spoke to the lawyer, he was like, I might not be able to get it done today. I called him back and sent an official email tagging everybody who was on the board, and stuff got filed within 2 hours. But had I not inquired about that, nobody would have told me that. Now, let that have been one of my other counterparts, white buddies that had got in trouble, man, they would have had a lawyer for him. They would have been setting up funding to take care of him since he had lost his job. Just a whole bunch of stuff. But that's the type of stuff that you have to deal with. And it reminded me of my uncle said something to me, and he said, they showed you that you was still a nigga. You had on a uniform, but you was still that nigga. And that's true. It's true. And as much as I hate to say it, because it is some good white officers in that jail. There's some people that think with their minds and their hearts and not what they've been used to in their life, even their families. I have a guy that I call a friend who his family is racist to the core. He just chooses not to be that way. Now, does he speak up a lot to his family? No. And that's neither here nor there, but that's the type of stuff you have to deal with when you're working for that beast.
Well, I know for citizens, we look to correction officers with the same, if not the same respect as police officers. When you're correction officers, no one's above correction. You know what I'm saying? So your job is on and off the field, in the jail, out the jail, it doesn't matter. But when people abuse their authority and stuff like that, it makes them feel like that they're invincible. Now, with your situation, now I watched the video, and some of the things, tell me the lie. Show me where you see a lie. They are riding around in new cars. They are treating everybody, like this is things that they are, the funding that they have for them is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And they are, like you close the JC. When I heard they was going to close the JCYC down and move them further out, I knew what that was for.
Yeah, this is a theory of mine. But
Go
in
ahead.
the last 2 years, our murder rate has went up, and not to say it has anything to do with the police, but it does.
Yeah.
So when everything was going on, you saw the separation and segregation with police. Call a crackhead next time something happened in your life. Like, they chose sides then. If y'all won't defund the police, we ain't doing our job.
Yeah.
So you just imagine how many of them sit back and don't investigate what's going on. How many of those type of officers that are put in rooms. Like, I remember back in the day when I was out there, a few years ago, that they'll put a buzz in the street. If a nigga didn't snitch, they'll make it like he snitched.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to fuck
What
up
about
the
that
street
3
cred.
and you free? What's that 3?
Tell on 3,
yeah.
get set free. Like, they started a lot of shit. I know a little dude who's in programming that box with All or Nothing Boxing Academy, but he got a hot head and he was put into boxing for that reason. He got into somebody and went and got a gun. He's walking down the street off 9th Street, police pull him over, find him with the gun, take him home and give him the gun back. Like, you don't think that they coming together as a collective, KKK in uniform? Like, let them kill each other.
I was riding home, and I'm going down Old Shep, and I'm in my personal vehicle, and I get pulled over, and I used to give them a couple minutes, even though I was a correction officer, I would give them a couple minutes to say what they was gonna say to see how far it was gonna go, because when everything started happening with the actual case and everything, I took my FOP tags off my plate. My wife, she was like, "Why you got that shit on your tag?" She's like, "Take that off your tag." She said, "They don't love us." And I took it off, and I'm riding, and the officer pulls me over. He's like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "I'm going home." You know, I had just came from a buddy's house, and I look up, and I'm like, "You know, what did you stop me for? I wasn't speeding." I'm just trying to find out where you going. Whose car is this? I was like, it's my car. So when he goes to ask me for my license and registration, I'm like, man, I'm trying to head home because I need to change clothes because I'm about to go to an off duty, and I flash my badge. "Oh, it's all right. Okay, brother. My bad."
I know me and a few other cats used to leave the FOP stick on the back of our car.
On purpose.
When we sell Hank.
You damn right.
And we turned through every neighborhood.
Man,
and never fuck with us.
when I was
give them the thumbs up and blow at them.
When I was in the military, I had my daughter's mother's brother. He was in pharmaceuticals as well,
right.
And
that.
I used to give him the military decals so he could put them on the back of his car. So when he would be going down the back roads of Georgia, you know, when they saw that, right around it.
That's the pass you get.
So let me we always try to find a solution for certain things, and one of the things that we know we can't take away, you know, we talked about guns. We can't take away guns. We can't take away your voting rights. We can't, you know, change these police overnight. But there are some things that we, you know, in your own households, we talking about working in the home first. There are certain things that you should know. One is diffusing any altercation. 2 is always standing your ground, knowing that you're right, but always be respectful.
Always.
The third thing that we can do, when we worry about who's policing the police, do you know that your the best form of proof or record, if something happens to you from a police officer, call the police on them. That is recorded. The whole thing is recorded. It stands up in court. You know, they have let us see, you know, how they use these loopholes, you know, with Zimmerman and all of this. And, you know, now Breonna Taylor is known around the world. They're putting it in raps. They're doing it. We still don't have solutions for the main problem, which is the police. So as a black woman, raising black men, you know, being active in the community, wanting to find a solution for any problem that you have, on or off the field, there are some things that we know that we have to do to change things for the better. You see what I'm saying? Like if we start with the smaller things, each one reaching there, doing a wellness check on our neighbors. The other thing is seeing what our aldermen and stuff do for our neighborhoods. Going to do the opposite of what you was doing now. Okay, well you can still do correction, brother. You can still do correction. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what police say. That job means nothing. Nothing at all. So, you know, it was a lot of things that we know that we can use in our community that will be needed. And the other thing that I was going to ask everybody, when I ask you how is your mental, we also got to understand that a lot of the things that we're doing is causing us to have Yeah, I mean, different views on everything. You know how
something he said earlier, and that hit me because I was one of those people way back. I think when was it 2016? Yeah, I was one of them people prior to 2016. I said, people claiming their mental health is messed up as a crutch. You either want attention or you can't handle stuff. Not knowing I was going through major depression and PTSD myself.
And I'm crazy for free.
I still remember sitting on that lady's couch, and the first 2 times I went to a 13-week post-traumatic stress course for the VA, and the first 2 weeks I sat on that lady's couch, and I denied everything. Nothing was going on. And then I remember that 3rd week, because I was going through something called prolonged exposure treatment, and she had me lay back and close my eyes and talk about things, going all the way back to my childhood, the military stuff, and then just stuff that was going on in life. And when I tell you, when I left her, I felt like after crying, sweating,
snot and spitting,
everything, man, good cry, Viola Davis cry, and just feeling like everything had been lifted off my shoulders, and was like, man, this stuff actually works. And then, like I said, I go to church. Some people might not be into, the Christianity religion. They might be Muslim, Jewish, whatever. But me having a faith, having somebody to pray to get that off of you, it honestly helped me get through this situation. It has helped me with things just in my life, just regular day struggles. It's a song that I listen to. I listen to it every day. My son gets mad because when I first get in the car, I listen to 3 gospel songs before I put anything on, any rap, any jazz, R&B, anything. I listen to 3 gospel songs. And one of them songs is PJ Morton, and I can't remember who else is with him. Let Go and Let God. Man, if it ain't right up here, your life ain't gonna be right. Your body ain't gonna be right. Mental health in the black community, I feel, had a stigma for a long time. Ain't no wrong with you, nigga. You all right. Yeah. Just stuff like that. And with everything that goes on in this world today, from politics, from ethnicity, sexual orientation, any of those areas, we need to be able to be clear thinkers.
Social media is not an emotional outlet.
Social media, if used correctly, can be our greatest asset. But right now, social media is a bunch of junk. It's a bunch of clickbait. It's a bunch of, hey, look at me. It's meaningless, man.
Sucker shit.
It's meaningless. And I hate that, because I was a big advocate for social media. Because with this movement, with everything with the Breonna Taylor, with everything with all these mass shootings of unarmed black people, period, people of color, period, it helps shine that light on it. Because back in the days, people was getting lynched in the backfield, and we knew about it in this town, but 3 towns, 4 towns over, you didn't know about it. Now when things happen, boom, it's online quick, and sometimes we have to use that to hold these legislators, these politicians, these police chiefs, these district attorneys to put their feet to the fire and say, hey, it's right in front of you. Right. Why you can't use this?
Well, that concludes our podcast this evening. Mr. Knight.
We could have went on for days.
Boston Night Banger. Miss XIX. And I am your host, Miss Weston Pookie. Y'all, rest in peace, Rico Lovelace.
Yes.
Yeah. And Steven.
Okay, as she said, Rico Lovelace. He's also one of the originals. Since we are, right. This is the anniversary show. Weston Pookie. She's also one of the originals.
Yes.
Vanessa XIX. She's also one of the originals. And my brother Teron. Man, we gotta do a one-on-one, man. We gotta.
And don't y'all forget Bosses now.
I was on my way.
Come on.
And my man Demetrius.
We squashed the beef to get the money. Let
What
go
you
of that
said.
petty shit.
What you said. Man, thank y'all, man. And we gonna get some pictures real quick. You know, and as y'all take y'all pictures, like let them direct y'all. You know, we're gonna do a 5-minute intermission. We get the next podcast show on stage.
That's
But
right.
as we do this intermission, we need y'all to get y'all pictures.
Okay.
Worrying how the story ends.
This first song I'm gonna do is Spanish shit. I just dropped this yesterday. It's out right now. Hey, y'all in the back, y'all gonna have to come out here and hear this for sure. Hey, it's more about the lyrics, man. For real, for me. It's just a reflection of a story in the past. But hop in the Cooper's a Finney. I told her mama get some Remy. Cause we're going to the party and ballin' like a Scottie Pippen, cause I play the number 2 player like Lecrae said I could play the background. Tell my mama on the track now, hitting brain waves like surround sound. I'm going hard, I can't stop now. He gave me this gift, I gotta go in. Ain't no turning going back now. Little buddy told me he ain't whipping the crack now. So how you oppose, I'm supposed to act now. So you know what that means, they're listening between the beats. Ain't no turning going back now. It's J-House, man. Yeah, turn me up, let's go. Shout out to DJ C's on the beats too. Shout out to Key Weezy, Miss Multiple Streams. Shout out to OBI Productions. I appreciate the opportunity.
Got Costa Rican in me, so sauce boss.
Hey yo, Nasty, you go crazy.
Hey, smoke some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Yeah. Hey, smoke some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Hey, shout out to Lady. Hey, spoken some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Hey, shout out to Cutthroat in the building. Shout out to Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Hey, check me out. Hey, smoking some Spanish shit with a little Spanish bitch. Make you wanna speak Spanish. I cannot tell what she's saying, bro. I think she said her name was Pamela, maybe it was Angela. When I get in and I know I can play with her. Young nigga got some stamina. If I'm a dog, I'm still gonna handle her. I win the salt, but I'm still gonna damage her. I'm a boss, I got my standards up. I am the life of the party, just like I set the banners up. Walking around this bitch lit, maybe just love the cameras. I need a manager if I'm a hop out of Canada. If I'm through with the bit, delete her pics out of my cellular. If I'm through with the bit, delete her pics out of my cellular. Yo, like I said, it's Jig with me. Part 3 on the way, man. Like I said, Spanish shit is out right now on all platforms, YouTube, all of that. Go get that for me, man. It's TBBOST, this beat bang on something tough. Let's get it. Hey, smoking some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Hey, me gusta mucho. Smoking some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Hey, smoking some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. I like it a lot. Hey, smoking some Spanish shit, make you wanna speak Spanish, bitch. Verse 2. Hey, can I get a torta? She wanna go down in the mortar. Gotta go find her endorser. Drop her off, gotta find me endorsement. Did you know you can make money off for shit? I cannot settle for bullshit. Pay with me, you can get bullshit, cause I'm a bull, bitch. Live in the city like I am a tourist. Grew up at foreigns, but they were not Porsches. I can't just buy me a house, I need me a forest. This feeling I get, yeah, give me more of this. TBBOST, I think they adore this. Come on and tell me how did I do this? Working, I'm making this music. She hop off the dip like a heart attack. Got tired of the front when they hit from the back. I like it, I like what you know about that. It's J-House, JAHOSS. I appreciate it. Spanish shit, go get that right now, man, on all platforms.
Give it up again, give it up again.
Hey, this next song, man, it's called Sunset Cruise. With some singing vibes, man. Hey, I'm coming to pick you up and we going away. I'll be there around 7:30. You wanted me to let you know what intimacy means to me. Well, let me break it down to you. Hey, I just wanna ride with you. I just wanna cruise with you. With the AC off and the windows down, is it cool with you? Just let me know when you hop in my ride. Don't touch the radio, just sit back, enjoy the ride. Let's take a trip, riding around town, and I'm rolling with you. Hey, let's take a trip, riding around town, and I'm rolling with you. It's a simple song if you riding with your bae or something, man. Hey. See, I just wanna be next to you, girl. And we can listen to some Luther while we ride it slow. With the windows slow. And the lights is about to come on. Let's continue on.
Hey, yeah. As we dip, hey, yeah. The sunlight is shining on you as it sets the mood. It's so nice to ride around town with you, girl. Let's take a trip riding around town, and I'm rolling with you. Oh, 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 hey. Let's take a trip riding around town, and I'm rolling with you. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, just imagine sitting in the car, man, on a nice warm day, man, going down the street or something, man. Dixie Highway, Bardstown Road, Broadway, don't matter what it is, man. When you out of town, J-I-G-G with me. Come on in, J-I-G-G, hey, with me. Come on in, J-I-G-G with me. Come on and dig with me, dig with me, dig with me, dig with me, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey. Let's take a trip riding around town, and I'm rolling with you. Just sit back, don't touch the radio. Let's take a trip riding around town, and I'm rolling with you. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm rolling with you, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, sauce. Oh, jig with me, y'all. Hey, hey, let's take a trip riding around town, and I'm rolling with you, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, y'all go get that, man. That's on SoundCloud. It's called Sunset Cruise. It's Jahoss. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it. OBI production, Louisville podcast show. Let's get it, man.
Give it up, give it up, give it the fuck up. One more time, we got Jay Austin. Okay? So listen, okay, there you go. There you go. Listen. Was that cute? Because that's not for me. Listen. We're going on a 5-minute intermission, but I got a whole lot of shit to say before we do that. Y'all listening? If you are not already following the 502 Podcast Show on YouTube, you need to do that right now, okay? Next up, we got the Top Villain Podcast Show. We got Skip Santana. He is motherfucking interviewing the one and only 86 Snot. You 2 for 2, Skip. Last 2 weeks he had Chin. This week he got Snot. I like the way you going with this. You feel me? So we gonna move around a little bit. We gonna go to a commercial. Get your drinks. We got Nene in the back. If you need to go look at those T-shirts I had still, you still ain't looked at those cup holders, everything with T-shirt on them, you need to go do that right the fuck now. I see you, girl. I like girls. John, sit down. Listen, I got some friends in here. They acting a motherfucking fool. They think we is having a party, but actually we kind of is. Shout out to our live audience. Y'all could be anywhere the fuck else, but y'all right here with me. I like you. Okay, listen. These is the commercials from my sponsors, or however we do it. We'll be back in a minute.
Ain't that
Jordan wore when he came back, what you gon' pay a block? 45, might get it for 40, come back 40 times. As the plug, anytime I shop, never was shorter than. Bitches laugh, I ain't had no cash, but now I'm loaded up. Niggas trap start slowing up, my bankroll start going up. Call Fat Rod, we pulling up. Niggas hoes and know what's up. Set the stage, I bring the casket on that bitch, I'm loaded lugs. Oh, man. Can I pop
Yo,
Don't come check me about no
now we live. We live. We live.
We live.
It's the Top Villain.
Yeah, 86.
Skip says, I guess just come on down, Snotty, man. Get shit. The big 86, Snotty.
Hold on, Villain. I got you. Hold on 1 second.
You know.
You got it, Skip. It's on you.
You got it. Say what you were saying. Speak to him.
Yo, it's Top Villain, Skip Santana. My nigga Ill Will's my brother from Beach where they eat you, man. You know,
the biggest, man.
stamping niggas, man. The real niggas is shining a light on the real niggas and shit, man. You know, I ain't really with the y'all moving too much and shit, bro. Y'all quit playing.
I'm with him. Y'all need to sit down and get still. Y'all know we recording this.
Look though, you feel me? Boom. Got my nigga Snotty in her, you feel me? From the east. Nigga, I salute, you feel me? Been rapping since I was in high school, man. He's one of my favorite niggas, you feel me? Come on, slide on up here, man. This is my nigga right here, dog. Fresh.
Cam slide, be that bitch go play. Cody Metro. Yeah, 86. Snot. Yeah.
We got to practice that, man. We got to practice. We getting better. It's our second show, you feel me? My nigga Snotty, dog. Cool ass nigga, dog.
Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
That ice, can y'all see that ice?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
That's
be hanging on that old.
Oh, let's go, my bad.
That's what you feel me? That's you shining, cuz.
I appreciate it, man.
So if a nigga put the diamond test on there.
Oh, man. Bling, 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 bling.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas be having fake jewelry and shit. So don't be fucked up in. Tell them where you from and shit.
Man, 86 Snot, man. I'm from the East End part of Louisville, man. But, you know, I fuck with everywhere, though.
Which projects up there?
I'm from Clarksdale, personally, but my mama's side from Clarksdale, my daddy's side from Shepherd Square side, so I'm, you know.
So do y'all like, do it be like beef with the Clarksdale and Shepherd Square? Like, you feel me? Like, y'all be like on some competitive shit with each other type shit?
Not as much anymore.
At the end of the day, y'all deep.
Growing up, though, like, it used to be like that, but I was always one. Like, you know how, like, I go everywhere still. I was always one of them kids that, you know.
Niggas stamped, you feel me? You go on either side type shit.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, man, you feel me? Nigga, you been rapping forever to where it's like, shit, what was that, like, 9th grade? I was in 9th grade. I graduated 2010.
Mm-hmm.
East End Shuffle, ain't that you on there?
Yeah, last verse.
I used to look that shit up online while I try to look it up online while nigga couldn't even find the motherfucker.
Wasn't never on there.
So that motherfucker, you been rapping for a long time. You feel me? When you really start rapping?
Around that time for real. Well, let me see.
That was your first song type shit?
That's my first song, but like I used to rap like in the neighborhood. I used to rap in my room for like 2 years. Nobody knew I could rap.
Yeah.
And then I just came out of my shell one day.
And that's what I'm saying. And you started with the little battle rap and shit. You feel me? That's what you really started.
For sure.
Really trying to perfect it and shit. Like, cause I only heard that one song. Did you have other songs that you was doing type shit at that time? Niggas went big on dropping CDs. And
Yeah, I had songs, but not like I would just go record them. Like wasn't no
type
songs
shit.
I really.
How'd y'all end up doing that?
The battle rap or the song?
The song. Like, what made you, like, you feel me? Cause you know, it's been thumping in the club, like, forever, you feel me, since we was little babies.
Free my nigga Knock, man.
Yeah, free won't you, man.
And my nigga Pill. Shit. Once they knew I can rap, they were just like, come on, man, you ready to get on this song.
Cool ass nigga.
That's literally how it happened.
And it just happened like that, and them motherfuckers a banger, dog. Why y'all ain't got that on Apple iTunes and shit? Like, y'all ain't never thought to put that on there?
Not focused.
And
Growing
shit,
up,
TikTok
you know.
and shit now these days.
Nah, for sure.
Like
Yeah, but we try and get it right with that. But yeah, like growing up, we just was
Yeah, type shit. Plus, it was back in that time era, you feel me? So, boom, with the Dope 16 shit, you feel me? Like, what made you want to start battle rap? What made you feel like you could battle a nigga, you feel me? Like, cause it was Surge, you know, a nigga was there, so y'all was really at each other. What made you want to do that, you feel me?
Well, niggas from my neighborhood, shit, Piff, Kanye, Slow Me, they was already doing it, and I used to Free Piff, and I used to go to them all the time, and they psyched me up one day. It was like, you can't do this shit. I was like, who?
Yeah,
like,
to make a
so,
nigga do it.
Yeah, so it was like, I never had no plans on it. They was like, I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it. And so I was like, all right, set it up.
So when y'all started the Dope 16, like, how did it even start? Like, motherfucker just started picking people? Did y'all, like, enter a contest and, you feel me? Like, because people think that I was really up there freestyling.
No. Well, you know, it was going on before me.
Yeah, well,
so, yeah.
We didn't really pay attention to that.
I'm about to tell you. Mm-hmm. So it was going on before me. It was like I said, all my niggas was doing it. And I guess they had like a little battle rap community, and they would, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I used to go to all the battle raps, you know what I'm saying? But then when I did it, like the crowd went from like 15 people to 300 people. So then it kind of got more competitive. It got more like.
I wish we could play that shit.
It got more like.
Yeah, it got serious.
Business wise, like, feel me? Like, so then it got a little.
And y'all was betting versus each other. I mean, was y'all throwing y'all's money in, or was it just a prize that y'all was just winning type shit?
Well, this is kind of what fucked it up too. I was always like getting compensated.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, you gotta think like.
Some people's getting paid and some niggas ain't getting paid type shit.
Right, so everybody started wanting to get paid, and it kind of didn't make sense. Like at the end of the day, I can't pay you $500 and you only bring 2 people. Yeah, I can pay him $500. He come with 250 motherfuckers. $10.
Yeah, sell tickets, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what really.
So why wouldn't they just base it off of like, nigga, you lost? You feel me? Like, nigga, you don't get nothing.
I'm saying because.
Why would you get something if you won?
Because it's really preference. It ain't really a winner or a loser. Because you might like.
I thought y'all had judges.
I mean, a little bit, but that's still preference too, though. Because, you know, you might like somebody that's lyrical, but the next judge might like somebody like me who's going to put on the show.
Facts.
So it kind of, feel me?
I get it.
They kind of never told you who was a winner, who was the winner.
Yeah, it was just preference.
But I think it really go more off the crowd, though. You feel me? Like, at the end of but nah. Cause
You can't say that, because look.
You really pray you got these.
Yeah, because I'm going to come with 300 people.
Yeah, then you
that ain't fair.
Him, he might really be lyrically and thinking.
He might just came by himself.
Yeah, you feel, but he's saying some shit that's really making you like, damn, this nigga's cold. You feel me? Then you got cut that, you feel me? Like, nigga, slug, drugs, bound to catch you in the wrong one, kid you like Whitney Houston. You feel me? Like,
so a nigga can win a match off straight gas.
Yeah, you feel me? So, you know, I could get it. So what, I mean, you want to keep rapping type shit, I guess. You keep, you know, you got CDs and shit. So what, like, from the Dope 16 shit, where'd you go from there as far as, like, you gonna make music and, cause that's what I'm saying, like, y'all deep up east for real, like, it's a lot of niggas that could really rap, you feel me, to where it's like, why y'all ain't never try to get them all together and, like, y'all could've started your own label, like, the Rough Riders and all that shit, you feel me, up there alone, you feel me, cause you know how I feel about Ye, like, you feel me, it's like, y'all cold, cuz.
You say, man, you gotta play your role.
Yeah, facts.
People take it as you trying to
use me type shit.
Add